Welcome to XRP Focus. I hope you're all doing well and having a great day. Before we jump in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to XRP Focus, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a crucial update. Your support allows us to bring you accurate, professional, and timely XRP insights every day. XRP is currently showing behavior that many in the market are overlooking, yet seasoned analysts are quietly noticing. While the headlines focus on short-term fluctuations or hype around other cryptocurrencies, XRP has been moving silently, laying the groundwork for what could become a major shift. What's unfolding right now is subtle but powerful, and it's the kind of pattern that rarely goes unnoticed by those who know where to look. For weeks, XRP's price has maintained stability, while other major assets swing wildly. This calm isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of preparation. Data from TradingView, CoinMarketCap, and crypto bubbles indicate accumulation patterns forming quietly. Large holders are not liquidating, smaller holders are staying firm, and overall market liquidity has remained resilient. These are the early signals of a controlled move that could surprise many once it fully manifests. On-chain activity further reinforces this narrative. The distribution of transactions suggests confidence rather than fear. Wallets holding significant amounts of XRP are not offloading, and smaller wallets are behaving strategically rather than impulsively. Patterns like this suggest that many participants anticipate a shift but are positioning carefully to maximize advantage rather than reacting emotionally. XRP's stability contrasts sharply with broader market volatility. Where other assets fluctuate due to emotional responses or external news, XRP continues to demonstrate a disciplined rhythm. Price compression is occurring, meaning energy is building quietly for a potential breakout. Historical trends in crypto show that assets that consolidate in this way often experience stronger, more sustainable upward movement once the market recognizes the momentum. Sentiment within the XRP community on X is also evolving. The conversation has moved from speculation and hype to observation and analysis. Traders and long-term holders alike are asking insightful questions. Why does XRP feel different now? What does this positioning mean for the short-term and long-term? These questions reflect a maturing market that is ready to act when the conditions are fully aligned. Another critical factor is timing. Real momentum rarely waits for public confirmation. By the time mainstream attention catches up, the groundwork has already been laid. Right now, XRP is in that quiet phase where those observing closely have an advantage. Every controlled move, every measured transaction, and every moment of patience adds to the overall structure that is forming. Liquidity, resilience, and measured reactions are central themes right now. While external pressures might rattle other coins, XRP demonstrates a calm that signals strength. This isn't mere luck. It reflects a market becoming more strategic, more aware, and more prepared. These qualities often precede significant moves. History shows that opportunities like these are fleeting. The longer the quiet accumulation phase lasts, the more powerful the eventual breakout could be. Observers who understand these dynamics are carefully positioning themselves, knowing that timing and discipline are more important than chasing hype. This current phase may not deliver instant price explosions, but it sets the foundation for a significant shift. The crowd may still be distracted by noise elsewhere, but XRP's silent positioning indicates that a major market event could be approaching, and it may catch many off guard. In short, XRP is quietly preparing, and those paying attention now are the ones who will have the advantage when this silent move becomes visible. This is the moment where observation, patience, and strategic awareness matter most, and the signs are clear for anyone watching carefully. XRP's current positioning is not just a series of isolated events. It is part of a larger, strategic pattern that suggests something significant may be approaching. While many investors focus on short-term price swings or sensational news, the real story is unfolding quietly beneath the surface. XRP's recent stability and controlled activity indicate that this is a carefully managed phase, one that could set the stage for a major market response. Across TradingView charts and market analytics, XRP shows signs of consolidation that precede meaningful movements. Price compression is occurring, meaning the market is building potential energy. Historical behavior shows that such periods of quiet accumulation often lead to decisive moves, especially when long-term participants and institutions are actively positioning themselves. This is the kind of groundwork that tends to go unnoticed by casual traders, but is critical for anyone who wants to understand the trajectory of XRP. Another factor reinforcing this potential is market resilience. XRP has weathered external volatility better than many other digital assets. While broader market sentiment can swing dramatically with global events or news, XRP maintains its structure, signaling confidence and stability. This resilience demonstrates that participants are not acting on fear or speculation, but on strategy and long-term expectations. Large holders are staying patient, smaller investors are holding, and the overall liquidity supports controlled market dynamics rather than panic-induced swings. Social sentiment also reflects a shift toward observation rather than hype. Conversations on X about XRP are no longer dominated by impulsive speculation. Instead, analysts and holders are discussing positioning, accumulation patterns, and potential timing. This change in tone reflects a maturing community that recognizes subtle signals and understands that the loudest headlines rarely signal the start of meaningful trends. Those who are paying attention to these quieter indicators are likely the ones best prepared to act when momentum begins. Timing remains a crucial element. In crypto, as in traditional markets, the most profitable moves often happen before mainstream attention arrives. The quiet phase XRP is currently experiencing is exactly that, a moment when early observers can gain an advantage. Every carefully timed transaction, every period of patience, and every observation of market stability contributes to the underlying structure that could drive future movement. It's also worth noting that XRP's silent positioning has broader implications for market perception. As more participants begin to notice the subtle patterns, momentum can accelerate rapidly. What may appear as a small or inconspicuous adjustment today can transform into significant movement once the market aligns and attention returns. This is why strategic observation is so important. By understanding what's happening now, investors can anticipate shifts rather than simply reacting to them. The accumulation phase currently observed also highlights the contrast between emotional trading and disciplined positioning. Many cryptocurrencies experience reactive volatility, where sudden swings are driven by fear or hype. XRP, however, is showing controlled reactions, stable liquidity, and measured participation. These qualities are hallmarks of a market that is ready for an eventual shift, one that could surprise those who rely solely on short-term news or price trends. Additionally, XRP's on-chain metrics support the idea that strategic preparation is underway. Wallet activity, transaction consistency, and large holder behavior suggest patience and alignment rather than reactionary selling. These subtle indicators, while easy to miss, are critical signals for anyone seeking to understand XRP's trajectory. The current calm is not inactivity, it is purpose. In essence, what many may ignore today could define tomorrow. XRP is quietly setting itself apart from other assets, preparing for a move that may catch the broader market off guard. Patience, careful observation, and strategic positioning are the keys to recognizing the significance of this phase. Those who understand these dynamics are likely to benefit most when the market eventually reacts. The overarching message is clear. XRP's silent positioning is intentional and significant. While mainstream attention remains elsewhere, the groundwork for a potentially market-shaking move is being laid. Observers who remain disciplined, informed, and patient are positioned to take advantage when the next phase unfolds. This is a moment where insight and timing matter more than reaction and speculation. While many traders focus on flashy headlines or short-term spikes, the most important developments with XRP are unfolding quietly. The market is full of noise, but the signals that truly matter often go unnoticed. XRP is demonstrating a pattern that, to the trained eye, is incredibly significant. What may seem like subtle stability or minor fluctuations is, in fact, a calculated phase of preparation, quietly positioning itself for a potential market shift. Across multiple trading platforms, XRP's chart patterns reveal consolidation that few are talking about. This is a phase where energy is building, not dissipating. Price compression, tight support zones, and minimal panic selling are all indicators that participants are positioning strategically rather than reacting emotionally. In essence, XRP is quietly strengthening itself while the broader market is distracted. Liquidity remains robust. Large wallets are holding steady, and smaller holders are not exiting in panic. This shows a market that is not reactive, but disciplined. When a cryptocurrency demonstrates this kind of resilience, it often precedes a significant move. Unlike assets that fluctuate wildly in response to external news, XRP's calm positioning signals controlled momentum, meaning those who observe closely are likely to gain an advantage when the next phase begins. Another indicator of this quiet but powerful phase is sentiment within the XRP community. On social platforms, discussions have shifted from hype-driven speculation to analytical observation. Participants are asking informed questions, analyzing charts, and evaluating on-chain metrics. This is a sign of a maturing market that recognizes meaningful signals when they appear. Those paying attention to these quieter indicators are positioned to act before mainstream attention catches up. Timing is critical. Historically, the most profitable moves occur when the crowd is distracted and the market is quietly preparing itself. XRP's current phase exemplifies this principle. Each small controlled movement, each measured accumulation, and each period of patience adds to an underlying structure that could support significant momentum. Observers who understand the significance of this phase can anticipate changes rather than reacting after the fact. XRP's resilience against broader market volatility is another key factor. While other cryptocurrencies are highly reactive to external events, XRP maintains stability. This demonstrates confidence among participants, not in hype, but in structure and strategy. This type of market behavior often precedes more substantial movements because it reflects an alignment of interests among both large and small holders. On-chain metrics reinforce this narrative. Transaction volumes, wallet distribution, and accumulation trends all point toward patient positioning. Participants are quietly aligning themselves, creating conditions for potential growth or shifts in momentum. While casual traders may overlook these details, they are critical signals for those who understand market dynamics. The quiet nature of this move is itself a signal. In crypto markets, the loudest movements are rarely the most profitable. Instead, the most strategic phases are often invisible to the casual observer. XRP's controlled behavior, patient positioning, and disciplined market responses all indicate that something important is forming beneath the surface. Investors who recognize these subtle patterns gain a strategic advantage. They do not chase hype. They do not react impulsively. Instead, they observe, analyze, and position themselves in anticipation of the next phase. This patient approach, combined with awareness of the current signals, is what separates long-term success from short-term reaction. XRP's current phase is defined by quiet accumulation, disciplined positioning, and controlled market behavior. While many may miss these signals, those who pay attention will understand the significance of this moment. XRP is silently preparing for a move that could surprise the broader market, and strategic observation today may provide the greatest advantage tomorrow. As we reach the final of this analysis, it's clear that XRP is quietly preparing for a significant move, one that many in the market have overlooked. What appears to be calm and stable behavior is, in fact, a deliberate positioning phase that could set the stage for notable momentum. This is the kind of movement that often surprises those who rely only on headlines or short-term price action and rewards those who observe carefully and act strategically. XRP's resilience is perhaps the most important factor to consider. While many cryptocurrencies react sharply to external news or sudden market shifts, XRP has maintained stability. This demonstrates confidence among participants, rooted not in hype but in structural positioning. Large holders are not rushing to sell, smaller holders are remaining steady, and liquidity remains strong. These signals collectively point to preparation rather than reaction, creating a foundation for future movement. Another critical aspect is timing. Historically, some of the most profitable shifts in crypto occur when the broader market is distracted. XRP's current quiet phase represents this exact scenario. By the time mainstream attention catches up, the groundwork will already be laid. Participants who observe now and understand the significance of this silent positioning will have a clear advantage when momentum begins to unfold. The XRP community's sentiment also reflects this strategic positioning. Conversations on X have shifted from speculation to informed analysis. Analysts and long-term holders are evaluating charts, on-chain data, and technical signals with focus and patience. This maturity within the community indicates that participants are thinking beyond short-term gains, positioning themselves for an opportunity that could emerge suddenly and decisively. One of the subtle but powerful signs is the consistency of XRP's behavior relative to other assets. While broader markets fluctuate under emotional pressure, XRP remains controlled and measured. This disciplined behavior suggests alignment among holders and a market that is structurally preparing rather than reacting. Controlled accumulation, measured transactions, and resilience against volatility are hallmarks of a market ready to act decisively. On-chain metrics reinforce this narrative. Wallet activity, accumulation trends, and transaction patterns suggest that XRP holders are strategically positioning themselves. These details, while easily overlooked, are key indicators of preparation. The calm we see now is not inactivity. It is intentional, and it reflects a level of insight that many in the market fail to notice. This phase also highlights the contrast between emotional trading and strategic observation. Many investors chase hype or panic at the first sign of market movement. XRP, however, demonstrates the power of patience and discipline. Those who recognize the quiet signals today are positioning themselves to benefit when momentum begins. Observing without rushing, analyzing without fear, and understanding the timing of this shift is what sets informed participants apart. Looking ahead, the opportunity lies in awareness and timing. The market will eventually recognize what XRP is quietly building, and that recognition may occur rapidly. Those who are prepared will be in a position to respond strategically rather than reactively. Patience, insight, and disciplined observation are the keys to navigating this phase successfully. In conclusion, XRP's silent positioning is significant. While many overlook the calm and stability that currently define its behavior, those who observe carefully can see the foundation being laid for a potentially transformative move. Timing, structure, and strategic positioning are all coming together, signaling that XRP may surprise the market once mainstream attention returns. For those who remain patient and informed, this is more than just another market phase. It is a moment of opportunity, a chance to understand and act before the broader market fully reacts. XRP's controlled behavior today is the precursor to potential momentum tomorrow, and those who recognize this now will be best positioned to navigate whatever comes next.